All right, shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Mashiach Malak Yahushai. Right, Yahweh being named Heavenly Father, who the world will call God, and Yahweh Shai being named His only begotten Son, who the world arguably called Jesus Christ. All right, so it's Brother Kesade from WFI Jersey, Philly, and I'm touching on something I don't really see, too much news on this. Right, of course, not from the mainstream. Right, not really on YouTube. But this Yellowstone Park, man, I know right before I came into truth, I was looking up research on, I was doing research on Yellowstone Park. And at that time, I believe it was around like 2016, 2017. At that time, Yellowstone Park, it was kind of going crazy. Actually, to be exact, it was 2017. I was in school or just about to go to school, one of the two. Either way, all hell was about to break loose, man. And I remember looking at reports, it was saying that Yellowstone has the power to wipe away at least 2/3 of the United States. And that number always stuck out to me, especially now being the truth. Understanding that the Lord is going to destroy 2/3 of Jake. Right? Now, also, we understand that all of America is going to be destroyed with fire. Right? And we got the precepts to back that up. Right? But let's go into this article. It says Yellowstone rocked by 97 earthquakes amid fears of overdue eruption. In quotes, when, not if. So 97 damn earthquakes, man. Now this just in August. 97 in August. I believe before that, I kind of looked it up already. But before that, you had 1,000. You had like something like 1,000 earthquakes in damn August or July. Right, I have a video pulled up. We're going to get into it. But you had like 1,000 in damn July. Now, the Spirit didn't have me touch on this video in July, but we touching on it right now. So let's read on. It says Yellowstone volcano and its surrounding areas experienced more than 90 earthquakes last month amid persistent fears that super volcano is waiting to blow without due notice. It doesn't need notice anymore. When you kind of go up in these the study of volcanoes, you understand that some they kind of they're without warning. You don't need it. They don't need to kind of whoever is kind of keeping the park kind of can talk to the volcano. The volcano say, look, I'm going to erupt next week, and then the keeper of the park can kind of let the government know, and then the government kind of order out an issue and say, look, in a week the volcano is going to erupt. No, if the volcano wants to erupt, the Lord is going to make. The Lord wants the volcano to erupt, is going to erupt. So, of course, we know it's without due notice. Reading on. It says up to 3,000 earthquakes rock the yellow volcano each year. 3,000 volcanoes or 3,000 earthquakes. Earthquakes are shaking and crumbling, right? You don't want something like that. You don't want something like that Yellowstone volcano to erupt. One of them earthquakes would be the one that jam it all up, and that's it. That's over with, right? That's literally lights out. It says each year leading many to falsely believe a disaster is brewing deep underground. We're not falsely believing this. We understand that, the Lord is going to bring fire on this earth. And he can very well do so by using this Yellowstone volcano as well. It says located under the state of Wyoming in the western U.S., Yellowstone has been three charismatic, select for pronunciation, eruptions in the last 2.1 million years. It says, and although there is no evidence to suggest the supervolcano will erupt again within our lifetime, the latest activity report from the U.S. Geological Survey, USGS, is unlikely to put minds at ease. And Esau got these weird ads throughout this thing, man. Right, but just kind of stay focused. It says, according to a monthly activity report published on Wednesday, Yellowstone National Park and the nearby areas were rocked by a total of 97 earthquakes in August. The figure is a steep decline from July's 1,008 tremors. It says, but is in line with the monthly average, or the average monthly seismicity. So, like I mentioned, July had 1,000 earthquakes of its own. Just this past August we had 97. Now 97 is a lot. 1,000 is a whole hell of a lot though. So these past few months, hey, it's been a lot of damn earthquakes. Remember, it said that it's around 3,000 earthquakes a year for Yellowstone Park. It says the biggest of those earthquakes was a magnitude 3.1 event located about 12 miles northeast of West Yellowstone, Montana on August 20th. The USGS said, although there was some minor ongoing seismicity that continued from July's energetic swarm beneath Yellowstone Lake, no swarm activity was observed in August. Now, we're going to kind of read on a little bit more. It says the good news is Yellowstone earthquake activity has returned to background levels, and yet social media is rife with unfounded claims and conspiracy theories about Yellowstone's supposed explosive future. Now, if this thing were to go down, if this thing were to pop off, right, all hell is going to break loose. The Lord literally is going to bring all hell on this earth. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, and I'm going to start at verse 3. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for Yahweh has spoken this word. Right, so the Lord did say this land already will be utterly emptied. Now, when the Lord says something and proposes something, that's what he's going to do. He ain't kind of say something and it kind of not happen. Should the words of the Lord return void? La-ah. So if the Lord puts something out on the earth, that's what it's going to be. If the Lord wants a volcano to erupt, something like a Yellowstone super volcano, which literally has the whole power to take out the whole damn U.S., right? We're going to go into the video, right? If this thing were to, take place, that's it. That would surely bring about this prophecy of the land being utterly emptied. On top of the nuclear destruction, on top of the fire coming down from the chariots. It says the earth mourneth. Actually, I'm going to just jump right into verse 6. Therefore had the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. So the Lord will burn the inhabitants of the earth, man. The Lord said that, man. I didn't go in here and write the book of Isaiah. The Lord did that. He told Isaiah to put these words in there because this was going to be upon the earth. This is Isaiah 30 and verse 33. For Tophet is ordained of old. Now, Tophet is literally a land, right, called the land of burning. Let's get that. Right, that's what it is. Tophet. It says place of fire. A place in the northeast end of the valley of the son of Hinnom, south of Jerusalem. Right, so Tophet literally means a place of cremation, a place of burning. That's what Tophet means. So when we go back to it, Isaiah 30 and 33, for Tophet is ordained of old. So the place of burning was ordained for old. And that place of burning is going to be here in America. This is ordained from the foundation of the earth. This is a place literally where owls and dragons and beasts is going to kind of come up together and kind of dwell here, man. The Lord said it was ordained of old. Yeah, for the king it is prepared. All right, and what king he's talking about? He's talking about the king of damn Babylon. Right, the king of Assyria, the king of Egypt, the king of damn Persian and Medes, America, the king of Rome, the king of Greece, America, right? It says, it is prepared. He had made it deep and large. The power thereof is fire and much wood. The breath of Yahweh, like a stream of brimstone, doeth kindle it. So the Lord got brimstone, fire, destruction, and hot lava ready for damn America, man. All right, let's go to Revelation. Say another one. Revelation chapter 16 and verse 9. And men were scourged with great heat and blasphemed the name of God. Actually, I'm going to go to verse 8. Well, I'm going to read verse 9 again. And men were scourged with great heat and blasphemed the name of God, which had power over these plagues, and he repented not to give him glory. So the Lord's going to scourge man upon the earth with great heat, man. That great heat, the fire, the brimstone, from the chariots, from the nuclear missiles, and maybe even from this Yellowstone super volcano. All right, so it's definitely something. Look at that damn volcano. Then that joint blue, hey, that's kind of spiritual. Why does the Lord have it blue, yellow, green, red? This is like a rainbow. Now the rainbow, part of that rainbow is a covenant that the Lord is never going to flood the earth again with fire. It's like, I said flood the earth again with fire. It's like the Lord is never going to flood the earth again with water and destroy the earth again with water. But this time he's going to do so with fire, right? Kind of getting excited. This is, hold on, where we at? I want Genesis chapter 6, and I'll start at Genesis chapter 6. Bear with me 1 second. Let me go right to it. So we got Genesis chapter 6. I'm going to get Genesis chapter 8. Genesis chapter 8, and I'm going to go to verse, we can start at verse, bear with me while I find this. It's not too often you go up in this. This is Genesis chapter 9, and I'm going to start at verse 12. I'll start at verse 11. Genesis chapter 9 and verse 11, right? Because the account of Noah building the ark actually started in Genesis, the 6th chapter, even up into the 9th chapter. So this is Genesis chapter 9 and verse 11. And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off anymore by the waters of a flood. Neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth. So the Lord said it's not going to be a flood again to destroy the earth. He's not going to destroy the earth again with water, right? And it's the token, the covenant or sign he made with us to verify that. Verse 12, and Yahweh said, this is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generations. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. And it shall come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth that the bow shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh, and the water shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh, known as the first death. So that's the that's the rainbow, right? That's what the Lord's talking about. So the rainbow is a token of the covenant that the Most High God made with the men of the earth, not to destroy the earth again with water. However, we understand he's going to destroy the earth this time with fire. And it's just so happened that this Yellowstone Park, which has the power to devour the whole damn earth for real, chiefly all of the United States, it has the rainbow colors, man. That's the literal colors of the Yellowstone Park. It used to just be blue. Let's pull the video up real quick. So it used to be, let's pull this up real quick.
To the west of the Norris Geyser Basin. This occurred.
It's kind of going up in this joint.
2021. Coming to you today from the Upper Geyser Basin in Yellowstone National Park, not far from Old Faithful. And this is Morning Glory Pool in the background behind me. And Morning Glory has a sort of a cautionary tale to tell about how humans can impact the way thermal features look and behave. Now, Morning Glory used to be a beautiful deep blue color.
That's how it used to look. It used to just be blue. It didn't really have the blue, the green, the yellow, the red. It didn't have that. This is back in the day, before man started throwing things at the bottom of the Yellowstone volcano.
Named after the flower. But it was right next to the road that came into the Old Faithful area, so it was very heavily visited. And people would have a tendency to throw things into the pool. Rocks, coins, handkerchiefs, all kinds of...
And you can kind of see as America started getting more wicked and more wicked throughout the years, right, the decades and decades, even into today, right? This is a picture in 1977, but even into today, now America is at its peak. Well, it's at the end, I should say, not even the peak. It's at the end. It's full on wicked and corrupted, right? Man literally destroyed this damn volcano, and under the volcano is ready to erupt. It's literally ready to erupt, and now it's turned even as the color of the rainbow, which the Lord, again, like we mentioned, it was a sign so that the Lord won't destroy the earth with water. But this time we know he's going to destroy it with fire. So that's hella spiritual right there, right? So you can check that out on your own. But I got this video I wanted to show you before we close out.
It's time to help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Right now, in the United States, One of the world's largest volcanoes is gearing up to explode. It's known as the Yellowstone volcano. And it's not just any regular volcano. Nope. It's a super volcano. If Yellowstone decided to erupt, the results would be devastating. But how bad would they be? Is there anything we can do to stop it? Would it affect the entire world? And how would this change our weather? This is What If, and here's what would happen if the Yellowstone has erupted 3 times in the past 2 million years.
They said that Yellowstone erupted 3 times in the past 2 million years. How would Esau even have that understanding? Right? So you can't really believe every, a bit of data they try to throw at you. Right? Just take it with a grain of salt, though.
This has led some people to wonder whether we should be worried about another Yellowstone eruption in the near future. And by near future, we mean probably in another couple 100,000 years. But instead of waiting so long, why don't we find out what would happen if the eruption took place tomorrow? If you live in North America, there would be virtually nothing you could do to prepare. Now that this supervolcano has exploded, well, first, what makes Yellowstone a supervolcano anyway? Well, apart from it being larger in size, a supervolcano also produces a much more massive explosion. Most of the time, when we think of a volcanic eruption, we think of the hot, molten lava spewing down, covering the surrounding area. Well, while that would happen at Yellowstone, and it is something you'd need to worry about, it wouldn't be the only thing. In fact, the lava pouring out of the volcano might be the least of your worries. Surprisingly, there wouldn't be much of it. At least not as much as you'd expect from a supervolcano. That's because before lava leaves a volcano, it's first known as magma. But in this case, a lot of Yellowstone's magma won't be able to become lava. That's because it will be shot up into the sky, becoming airborne ash particles. And it won't just be any type of ash. These will be tiny, scorching little particles of jagged rock. Now this would affect nearly the entire United States and Canada. Tens of millions of people within 1,000 kilometers of the eruption would die. If you breathed the ash, which would be...
It said tens of millions of people would die. Tens of millions of people would die. And even if you were to breathe in any part of the ash particles, right, it's literally going to turn your damn insides into cement, right? Cement. Right on the damn ground, man. That's going to be in your damn insides, man.
Inevitable in a scenario like this, it would form a cement-like mixture in your lungs, causing you to suffocate. Buildings would collapse as just 30 centimeters of ash is enough to cave roofs in. And you'd still be in trouble even if you were outside that 1,000-kilometer range. Experts say that even the east coast of the United States would be covered with 1 centimeter of ash.
Right, and they kind of showed you, what was that movie? Book of Eli. He kind of, it was kind of, at the beginning of the movie, it was a lot of asphalt, right? It was kind of, the whole movie was kind of this weird hue that kind of took place, right? It was as if they talked about this, a nuclear explosion after the war and whatnot. And that's how it's going to be after the nukes, because also that has the power to bring out the asphalt and whatnot. I believe it was on a movie called... hell is that? Chernobyl Diaries or something like that. But nevertheless, right, you can kind of look that up on your own, right? I didn't want to take up too much time. Just want to let you know and right, give you a warning that, hey, all hell can break loose in a matter of moments, and the Lord literally can allow a volcano to come and destroy the damn U.S. So with that, right, let me get another precept. With that, let's get another precept. This is the book of bear with me. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 43 and verse 10. It says, at the commandment of the Holy One, they will stand in their order and never faint in their watches. Right? So you can never faint in the watching for the Most High God. Just like how the sun stands and does what it has to do. Just like how the moon stands and does what it has to do. Hey, us as Israelites, we got to stand in our order, the lot the Lord gave us, and we can never faint in our watching. And with that, I bid a strong shalom. Continue to endure. Continue to watch for these prophecies. Shalom.